All right, good evening, everyone. The first thing I'm going to say is I just want to remind you to turn your cell phones on silent, please. We'd really like to welcome you to the 2020 Athletic Banquet tonight. We are excited to recognize all the seniors who has devoted their career, not just to your sport, but for the University of Dubuque. So to open up, I'd like to introduce our Director of Athletics, Dan Runkle.
Welcome. I know we'd all rather have the Sparty Awards, but in the planning stages of COVID, it was said not the best to plan for that. So we thought, well, let's do the next best thing and to honor our seniors. So welcome to here tonight. I've been involved in college athletics as a coach or an athletic director for 52 years. So I'm old, all right? And I've never experienced a year like the last one. It was simply amazing. It was so difficult to get through. We were able to get through it because of the hard work of our athletic staff with Wendy and Carla, our coaches, our sports information people, our athletic trainers. Let's give them all a big hand. But the most important reason we were able to have success and be able to play is because of you. You people out there. You did the things that were necessary. You adjusted practice schedules and practice at different times and days and nights and whatever. You were scheduled to play one team and 2 days later you play a different team. You adjusted. And you went through all that testing of sticking that darn thing up your nose, all right? And then later it got a little bit better. So from our standpoint in the athletic department, we want to give you a hand because you made it happen. Let's just go on a little walk from last spring. Last spring, all our spring sports season sports were canceled. So we moved into the summertime, and we got a lot of different answers from the NC2A on what was going to happen in the fall. And it seemed like every week that was a different answer, all right? So we're going through the summer not knowing a lot. But we felt, especially at UD, that we could make it happen. We could make the season happen in the fall. But in the 1st of August, when some of our sports teams became ready to report, the NC2A changed the optional testing to you must adhere to testing. No Division III school was ready for that, And so consequently what happened was that our fall sports that we considered Tier 1 contact were canceled, all right? So we were able to compete in cross country, tennis, and women's golf. And speaking of women's golf, Coach Bierman and any of the seniors from the women's golf team, please stand up since you were conference champions and Coach of the Year. So now we have the fall sports, and they've been canceled. What are we going to do with them? All right? A number of schools, especially out east, said, we're done. We're not playing them. We're not going to try to do anything. Some conferences and some schools said, well, let's try to move them to the spring. So with that in mind, especially UD was a real leader, let's do that. Let's get it done so our student athletes has a chance to compete and to play. As we talked about this in the conference, I think many were in favor, but we constantly got the feedback of, well, it'll tax our facilities, all right? It'll tax our athletic trainers, all right? We just don't know if we can make it happen. And in a conference meeting, pardon me, I said, to hell with that. We got to make it happen. It's our charge to make it happen, all right? Our charge is to give our student athletes a chance to play. Thankfully, President Bullock was 100% behind us. and were able to push through our conference. We weren't the only school, but we were able to push through some of the others. So the presidents decided that they were going to let us play the fall sports in the spring. So that's on hold for a while. Now we go to the winter sports. Men's basketball, women's basketball, wrestling, indoor track, and some of those. Now, indoor track is not a contact sport from that standpoint. So the other three, what are we going to do there? The NC2A has already said we're not going to have a national championship in those sports. So we need to play. Well, we said, well, let's play everybody in the conference at least once. That'll give us some experience, and let us go out and try to get some non-conference games. Non-conference games were very difficult because many of the other conferences were not even playing. So we were able to get a few, and we were able to manage to get through the winter season. And it was an exciting season as our men's basketball team went 15-0, conference tournament champions, and Robbie Sieverding was coach of the year. Let's give them a hand. I think as we were finishing the basketball season, we had 17 different sports either playing or practicing during February, moving into March. So now as we get through the winter sports, we move into the fall sports that have been moved to the spring, and the spring sports that are going to play in the spring. And the spring sports really needed to play because they didn't get to play last year, all right? So as we went through it, we were able to get a schedule. Some of the sports wanted to play a conference tournament, others did not, all right? So we were moving through what had been football and the two soccers from that standpoint. We're missing one, volleyball, all right? So they were able to get an abbreviated schedule in, but we were able to play. The one was the hardest was football because it's such a large group that as soon as somebody tested positive in one of the schools, it kicked the other schools out. We were able to stay on tune because we by far had the lowest positive rate of any of the schools in the ARC conference. You guys did a great job of handling yourself and getting tested and all. So the fall sports are being played in the spring. All right, and so the volleyball season has been played. Football was only able to get one game in, and soccer. And we had another great thing happen. The men's soccer team, we've always been sort of behind Loris. Well, we won it this year. We beat Loris, all right? We're conference champions in men's soccer. So Brad Johnson and any seniors with Coach Johnson, would you please stand up? They were just awarded the trophy at 6 o'clock tonight, so they're quite excited, all right? Well, now we're in the spring, and it's been going pretty good, all right? And so as we move through the softball, the baseball, the track, the tennis season, all right, there's not much left. You graduate May 1st. I know some of you are looking at returning because you get the extra year of eligibility, and others are looking to move on with your life and your profession and your job. Let me just tell you, they're both good. There's not a wrong, there's not a right in that. You just need to decide what's best for you, all right? We would welcome you back, but we know there's other things in life other than athletics. I really don't know what they are, though, all right? So anyway, I wanted to welcome you. I wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart, and the university thanks you for all the effort that you put in the 4 years that you've been here and what you've contributed to our institution. Thanks.
Hey, thank you. Next, we're going to introduce our Went Character Athlete Awards, and I'd like to introduce Dr. Annalee Ward up to stage to introduce our senior winners.
I think that what Dan Runkle was talking about was character, because that's what it took for you to exhibit the discipline and the perseverance and the courage to face those tests and to keep on going. So well done to all of you. But the Wendt Center awards 21 Character of the Sport awards and a male and female athlete, character athlete of the year. And so you can see in your program some names, and folks, why don't you just come right up here and I'll start talking about you. Come on up, Morgan, Adam, Carissa, Brooke, Noah, and Jacob. What these awards are the coaches and their staff looking over their team for the year and saying, this year, I really think that this person exhibits the kind of character we want to celebrate. So I'll begin with Morgan for the basketball award. Morgan has gone above and beyond as a leader within the women's basketball program. She's extremely honest and forthright and is always trying to do what is right. She's compassionate towards everyone she encounters and is always trying to help to be there for her teammates. It's truly a blessing to have her be a part of our program these past 4 years. Congratulations. In football, Adam Steingraver has been a member of Wendt during his time at UD. He's an active leader of the football team, guiding younger players to be the best overall that they can be. Along with football, he's president of the Sports Marketing and Management Club, where he's organized trips like the one to Tampa to work and learn during the Super Bowl this past February. And he does all of that while being a good student. Congratulations. Carissa. In soccer, Carissa Brown is overall of the highest moral standards and always puts the needs of her teammates first. Her dedication, work ethic, and commitment to excellence is of the highest I've ever seen. She'll go down as one of the most compassionate student athletes to ever come out of this program. Congratulations. In softball, Brooke Goodman shows integrity and compassion every day for her teammates and coaches. If there's a task that needs to be done or a player that just needs someone to talk to, Brooke will make sure the task is completed to the best of her ability. Congratulations. Noah Foray is a glue guy on the team. He brings a lot of enthusiasm to practices and meets. No one works harder than he does and actively pushes his teammates to be better every day. His positive demeanor brings a great vibe to the team that rubs off on his teammates. And he did this all while navigating the demands of being in a second-year PA master's student. Congratulations, Noah. The next award is the Men's Character Athlete of the Year Award. Jacob Sonnenfeld is, first of all, dependable, trustworthy, and committed to the baseball team. He treats his teammates with respect and compassion and is always quick with a word of encouragement to his fellow players. He leads by example through his work ethic. He's committed to excellence in the classroom and on the field, and he responds to the call of leadership with integrity. He is humble, loyal, transparent, and selfless. We congratulate you, Jacob.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ward, and congratulations to the award recipients. Next, I'd like to introduce our faculty athletic representatives for the conference, Dr. Jonathan Bars and Ms. Sheila Sabers, to present our Scholar Athlete of the Year awards along with the Spartan Achievement Awards. If you see your name in the program in the order, please begin to line up on the side, please.
It's a great pleasure to be here tonight on behalf of the faculty. Sheila and I are the faculty athletic representatives who attend conference meetings and represent UD's interests at them and the faculty's interest in student athletes. So today we get to recognize people who have blended athletic excellence and academic excellence in ways that are really impressive. So we'll start with our Female Scholar Athlete of the Year, Alexis Schmidt, softball player, major in communications. And the Male Scholar Athlete of the Year is Daniel Baskai, men's soccer, majoring in marketing. And if we could have all student athletes receiving Spartan Academic Achievement Awards line up, please. And if you can line up alphabetically by sport, I'll be super impressed.
Means they're smart.
All right, this award goes to seniors who define the term scholar or student athlete. The recipient must carry a 3.25 cumulative GPA and be a contributing member of their sport. Representing baseball, we have 5 athletes. Sean Logan. Zachary McCoy. Kellen Mitchell. Joshua Pawlowski, Jacob Sonnefeld. From women's cross country and track and field, Olivia Costley. From men's cross country and track and field, Michael Orcutt. From football, Adam Steingraber. From men's soccer, Daniel Baskai. From men's tennis, Devon Gerber. From softball, Kylie Biederman. Brooke Goodman. And Alexis Schmidt. From women's track and field, Caroline Ferguson. And Demetria Johnson. From men's track and field, Zachary Knotts. From volleyball, Isabel Cleary. Shauna McAleer. And Kendra Whitty. From women's basketball, Jordan Fisher. Morgan Meerstein. From women's golf, Daniela Miranda. From women's soccer, Jada Breeze. Carissa Brown. Natalie Dienspach. Ireland Hill. Erica Miller. Isabel Robinson. And Victoria Rothler. And from wrestling, Michael Mutton and Christopher Nielsen. Congratulations to all of you.
It truly shows as a testament of the named student athlete because over half of our senior class was up here on stage just now. So again, I want to give everybody a round of applause for their hard work in the classroom. As Runk already alluded to, we had 3 conference tournament champions as far as teams go in our university today, and I just want to recognize those one last time. We have women's golf first. It was actually a repeated conference championship, and they won by 13 strokes. Daniela Miranda was Player of the Year. We also had 2 receive all-conference honors, and the women will be competing at the NCAA championships coming May 11th through 14th in Lansing, Michigan. So good luck, ladies. Do well. Men's basketball, as you said, undefeated season. Peter Reagan was voted most valuable player, and Brock Simon was voted defensive player of the league. Men's soccer, obviously our trophy presentation was tonight. Showed up one more time. That's awesome. And congratulations on your season record of 6-1-1. Okay, now it's time to get on to what we're all here for, and that's to honor all of our seniors and to show recognition. So we're going to start by inviting Coach Y up here to introduce his seniors.
I want to kick it off first by just congratulating all the seniors for making it through both athletically and academically. I was just talking to Runk a little bit ago. We've got a tremendous number of coaches here on campus that actually played at the D3 level. I spent 1 year up at St. John's in Minnesota, and I think back, and it's really says a lot to all you guys to make it through 4 years of college, both as a student athlete, but then to think back to all the practices and to do that without any scholarship money and all that is really a testament to you. So give yourselves a hand, because it's really a heck of a deal for you. And then my 7 seniors this year, a couple of them came back for a 5th year, but the first one I got here is Sean Logan. Come on up, Sean. Sean's one of our 2 Canadians on the team. And Runk, I think this week, Sean's my flag guy at the field. He told me he's got a Canadian flag, so with your permission, he's thinking about hanging that up there this weekend. My second guy here is Zach McCoy from Modesto, California. Somehow he got tagged with the nickname Smoothie. The first week he was in school, he hung out down there at the food bar in the CRWC, so Smoothies, that one stuck with him. Next up is Kellen Mitchell. The slugger from Batavia, Illinois. Following him is Jordan Nelson. Jordan's one of our 2 guys that came back for a 5th year, and we really appreciate that. He's in grad school. And how'd you do on your test tonight, or presentation? It's still going on. Still going on. Okay, that was nice. You got a break. Well, we're glad to have you here, Jordan. And then here, next up is Josh Pulowski. I asked Josh how much he weighed. He told me 150 pounds. He said 50 pounds of twisted steel and 100 pounds of sex appeal. Woo! That's Josh Pulowski. He's battled some injuries over the last few years, but has really helped out a lot of practice. And then Jacob Sonnefeld. Another Illinois young man, outfielder, done a great job for us. And then the last guy we got here is JJ Valencia. Now I got to ask you, JJ, hang on, because you've been here for 3 years. Most of you know him. He's also an assistant strength coach. But you know, the one thing I've never asked you is, what's the J and the J stand for?
So I was named after my father, so I'm a junior. And then my mother's name is Jonah. They came up with the acronym basically because in preschool kids couldn't pronounce my real name, my birth name. So they wouldn't talk to me.
Isolino.
So they wouldn't talk to me, so they found a simple acronym to go by, so JJ just kind of stuck the whole time. So.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen, JJ Valencia. Thank you.
Next up will be men's basketball. Somebody took my program.
Congrats to all the seniors. That's a tough one to follow there, Coach Y. I won't be quite as funny, but I do want to thank President Bullock and our administration. Handful of tough and challenging times. My little daughter's, I believe, 7 now, Jada, and a lot of times she asks me some school questions now, math, that are starting to get challenging, and I think at times I might ask Wendy and Runk and Aaron some questions that were challenging too with how things were kind of going. But I think the biggest word, I think, for everybody was challenging. So obviously with President Bullock's leadership and Coach Runkle and Wendy and Aaron, our training staff, far from perfect, but we found a way and found a path to try to let everybody in here play some games. And obviously we did okay, a big part because of one guy over here. Pretty crazy season. We have Peter Reagan here as our first one. Peter was MVP in all West Region. And he might be back to grab one more tumbler next year. We have Justin Smith is in the test right now, and we have one guy that a common theme for this year isn't feeling very good. So Avery Butler and Justin Smith will be moving on. So congrats to all the seniors.
Women's basketball.
All right. I just want to say, I'll say a quick thing. The cool thing about this senior group for me was we came to UD together. So my first year at the University of Dubuque as the assistant was the senior group's freshman year. And so the fact that it came full circle with me being able to be their head coach this past year was pretty special for me. And I think it was pretty special for them too, even though we only have 2 of you today here, all right, of the 5. We have one, Allie Bailey, who's coming back for a 5th year, but was a really great season for us, and we made the most of it, like you all did. We all did. The fact that we didn't really have the season we'd want, as far as how many games we got to play and all those things, but we made the best of that. And so the 2 seniors here today, Kelsey Crable, and Morgan Mearstein. I said your name right.
All right, we'll go to football.
Again, just to all of you, congratulations to the things you've endured and how you've persevered and the things that you've done to maintain a year. It's been really, as we say, a year. It's really been about 18 months for the fall sports. It's been a really interesting part of it. We have 17 seniors, and 13 of those seniors have chosen to come back and play their 5th year. So it's an interesting time for all of us about how you make those decisions and how you don't. And there's so many things that go into it. But the young men up here right now. 3 of these guys will be graduating. First is Jacob Beasley. Jake was an all-conference center. He was number 78. We moved him 2 years ago, a position switch, and he really did a great job at moving to the offensive center position, was a first-team all-conference pick for us. Next is Dalton Knack. Dalton was a 3-year starter for us. He was number 25. He's going to be graduating in criminal justice this spring. Did a fantastic job for us. Next is number 6, Josh Strauss. Way to go, Josh. Josh is a 2-year starter for us at safety. He's going to graduate in business this spring. And then a young man that just is graduating, going to go to get his MBA, Adam Steingraber, who was a Wentz Scholarship and an Academic Achievement Award, honorable mention all-conference, and just a hell of a good guy. And his mom brings me chocolate chip cookies after every home game, so that's also nice, Adam. I do want to mention one thing. These 4 guys, through the 4 years they've been here, their conference record has been 23-10 in those 4 years. That's a 70% winning percentage, second best in our school's history. And their overall record's been 29-12, 71%, the best 4-year record of any football team we've had at UD. So congratulations, men.
All right. Women's golf, you guys want to come up, please? Men's golf is actually competing, so they will not be here tonight, but I do want to recognize them and just say their names as the ladies are making their way to the stage. Jordan Elliott, Brady Ellis, Kane Hyde, Peyton Kiefer, and Wyatt Wagner will all be graduating this year for men's golf. Let's give them a round of applause, please. You're fine. Abby's going to hand the tumblers to you. So, since I'm not their coach and Dustin's gone coaching, I know a little bit about one of these ladies, and the first one is Caroline. She was in SAC. It was really great to get to know her. So, congratulations and best of luck with your future plans. Daniela Miranda is next, one of the best golf players to come through the program. And she will be returning next year as our graduate assistant for golf. Then Madeline Stern. Okay. Nice job this season, and thank you so much for your time. And you can just stay up here. Next will be men's lacrosse, I believe.
Okay, we're going to keep this moving right along here, but we only got 3 seniors for men's lacrosse. First up, number 5, Garrett Smith. Garrett comes from Algonquin, Illinois, is one of our senior captains and has been a tremendous leader throughout his time here, especially in the weight room, so congrats, Garrett. Next up, Nick Wallace. Nick's been a 4-year starter for us. He'll finish his career top 10 in both ground balls and caused turnovers. He's also great at entertaining us on the bus with stories about hunting and fishing and killing beavers and different things like that. So we're going to miss that. And last but not least, number 7, Tanner Wise. Tanner, another one of our senior captains here. Definitely one of the hardest working young men and one of the fiercest competitors that I've ever coached, and he is leaving here your all-time leading scorer in UD history with 140 career points, so that's awesome. Congrats.
Men's soccer.
Congratulations to all the seniors. Best of luck as you move on. 3 seniors on our program tonight, Dan, Josh, and Brandon. Have been with the program all 4 years. Josh is on his 5th year. Faced a lot of adversity like you all did this year. And these 3 seniors, I think, faced a lot of adversity throughout their 4 years, ups and downs within the program, within the conference, and ended it the right way, obviously, with the conference championship, finding that out Sunday night. So still pretty fresh, still pretty new. I would say these 3 guys, absolute epitome of senior leadership. When it came to Zoom meetings over the summer, the freshmen coming in and being able to bring them into the group and the culture and what the program's about and the University of Dubuque is about. All 3 of them took on more than their share while still having to deal with, obviously, everything themselves from the academic side. So just tremendously proud that they're able to go out with the conference championship. First time in program history that it's conference championship as far as that we didn't have to share it with anyone, an outright conference championship. So tremendous job to them. The first one's Dan Baxguy. Come on up, Dan. Congratulations. Dan will be sticking around Dubuque working here, so great to have him around and excited to see him at games in the fall. Josh, come on up. I don't think he's let go of the trophy since Chuck gave it to us at 6. He's going to have to peel it out of his hand. So 5th year for us, came back, worked through a lot of injuries, was able to end this year on the field, which is great. And then Brandon White, our final one, our goalkeeper, a rock in net throughout the 4 years, also individually tied their career program record for shutouts in a career, which is outstanding. So all 3 will be missed, and congratulations, boys.
Women's soccer.
I hate the stage. Talk about them as a group, obviously coming in and just competing and figuring it out, which was a huge thing. We finished their freshman year ranked in the top 10 for the last 2 weeks, and then their complete sophomore and junior year never lost that top 10 ranking. And that's not how you can't have a bad week. You can't lose 2 games. You can't have any of that. And every single one of them has contributed to our success over the 4 years. Obviously, COVID this year was a difficult year to deal with, kind of starting, stopping, thinking you're going to have a season, and then, a lot of training and waiting to see for games. And again, all of them are moving on to bigger and better things, and I'm so proud of each one of them. We were able to have our senior day a week and a half ago, which was very memorable, and having all the families there and everything else. So we'll make this pretty quick. We'll get them coming across here because it is the large group. So number 1, Ellery Barnett. Unable to be with us tonight, Jada Breeze. Carissa Brown. Jordan Cadena. Natalie Deansbach. Ireland Hill. Erica Miller. Megan Mormon. Isabel Robinson. unable to be here with us tonight, Victoria Rothler. And last but not least, Hannah Sawyer.
Softball.
Okay, well, the only thing I can really say is to express how grateful I am for the young ladies that are here, for our administration, and everything that we've had to go through together to get there. I appreciate everything that's been done to try and get what we've been able to get in. So with that, we have 5 seniors. 2 of them are graduating early, so they're third years. Two of them came with me when I was here. So again, very grateful for that. And our last one is our only 4 years. So the first one is Kylie Biederman. She will be our all-time steals leader. Second one is Brooke Goodman, a nursing student. Alyssa Clawwitter. And hopefully after tomorrow, our all-time wins leader for pitchers, Lexi Schmidt. And the only one that's still with me, Mo Turnmeyer.
Men's tennis.
Alrighty. Well, first I must say I'm surprised I'm the only coach wearing shorts today. So I am surprised at that. But we have 2 seniors. I'm very excited to be able to present them. I've had them both for 4 years, and it's been a pleasure. First we have Devin Gerber. Devin, yes, sorry. You know, funny thing about Devin is he graduated high school in Germany, but on the website for all 4 years it said he's from Alaska. So coaches would tell me, like, hey, you got somebody from Alaska? I was like, no. So, but he's like just the epitome of leadership. He's involved highly on campus. It's just been a pleasure to have him, and we actually hope to have him as our GA for next year as well. So we hope to keep him around. So Devin Gerber. Next we have Zach Norman. Zach Norman. Now, he's taken a class of mine, and, well, the class was a little bit challenged. I'm sorry. We had a student in the class that actually thought Hamlet was something you order with home fries and toast. All right, so it was also another, well, some guys used to cheat a lot, and I had to talk to the class. You know, rule number 1 in cheating. If you're going to cheat off someone's paper, please don't copy their name. All right, that's rule number 1. All right, rule number 1. But Zach, he actually did a roast of me in class, and I'll never forget it. He did an excellent job. But as with other aviation majors, you know, he did a great job with time management, balancing flight blocks, practice matches, and just a great example on how to manage your time effectively in college for our other students. So thank you. Men's tennis.
Cross country and track and field.
All right, so I'll take over. I'm cross country, and cross country is a little different sport than most of you. We start before the semester starts, beginning of the year, about a week before, and our season ends a week after the spring semester. So they definitely have to commit to being a full year-round student athlete. Very little time off, a lot of miles, and basically doing a sport that a lot of people don't like doing just as part of your general conditioning. So I've got a couple seniors here, a little bit different. So Mike came in, he was a freshman my first year, and it was a totally different type of program. Yeah, you can walk up and talk to him. The thing about Mike was when he came in, there was one of two other freshmen, and literally the team did not talk to each other. They went on runs and went all over the place, and it was the last thing you could consider a team. But fortunately, he came in and kind of started a new culture, and now they're just a bunch of weird guys that hang around each other way too much. So thanks, Mike. I'll jump ahead to Noah Forey, our Wentz Scholarship Award. He's our old man on the team here. He's about 20-something now, 24, 25. But like I said, he's a second-year master's student in the PA program, but tons of energy. Even right now, he's doing clinicals in Chicago, other parts of Iowa, but he's been banging out the miles, doing the work, and he's been in the top 5 performers all-time UD in the 5K and 10K already. So, for a guy that he played basketball as previous school for 4 years and transitioned when he came here, he was 200 plus pounds of muscle, and he's shedded some of that to actually become a disty. So we're proud of him for that. And then number 3 is Olivia Costley. She is a junior, but she's graduating a year early. She is a track All-American in the 400, and she kind of took on the challenge of cross country just to get a little bit extra training, take herself to the next level. And I would try to tell some good stories about her, but most of them are not PG rated. And if you met her mother, they're pretty much the same way. So that's how that goes. All right, so now it's Gunny.
13 months ago, we were sitting in North Carolina in the lobby of a hotel, handing out credentials, bib numbers, pins, and talking about our shuttle plan to go to the national meet the next morning. And courtesy of the NCAA, received an email after I sent everyone to their room that the meet was canceled. And then courtesy of Twitter, the rest of our seniors last year found out via Twitter that their career was canceled. And we talked about then that if the things that we started doing before this pandemic were worth it, they would be things that we would continue doing after it. And all of you in this group of seniors, with so many reasons to off-ramp, chose to stick to it and keep it going. And so I'm extremely grateful for the commitment, for the leadership, and most importantly, for the love that this senior group has given to our program. So our seniors for track and field, first we go with conference champion and All-American Carrie Ferguson. Next, we go with conference champion and rotating school record holder, Mimi Johnson. Next, we go with, I don't know if this is his most proud thing, but he is the most valuable student every year in a row at our banquet. But he is also a multiple-time all-conference performer. He is the director of our media team, and he is the leader of our throws group, the best throws group in the country. It's Zach Knotts. And last but not least, this sneaky guy told me at senior day that he's staying for a 5th year. So, defending conference champion in the 100-meter dash, school record holder in the 4x200, and a member of our 2018 conference championship team. He will return for a 5th year next year, Mr. Jeremiah Steed. Softball, baseball, golf, tennis, and track. We got more work to do. Get it done.
And volleyball will be next.
Ooh, we're getting towards the end. I'm not going to take too long, but I just want to say thanks to Wendy for putting all this together. It's been a crazy year for her as well, and appreciate her putting this together for all our seniors. So, thanks, Wendy. All right. So my group of seniors, my 3 seniors, have the best record, I guess, in my 12 years. They don't know a time before we were not very good. Their combined record in their 4 years was 79 wins and 32 losses. So they've been a huge part of the culture, building this culture, maintaining this culture, not only within our program, but also within campus. These guys were very involved and just contributed to UD in so many ways. And they were also got to be our first 2-time conference tournament champions and back-to-back NCAA appearance, make 2 NCAA appearances. So really proud of what they've been able to accomplish over their 4 years. So first up, we have Izzy Cleary, and Izzy came to us from North Dakota, and she is our team mom, has been our team mom even when she was a freshman, and just always is the person the girls could look to take care of them, and just a great team player to have within our program. Izzy is going to go on to PT school, and we're really excited for her in her future. Next, we have Shauna McAleer. Shauna is from just down the road in Clinton. Shauna is a nursing major. And what Shauna has been able to accomplish in these last few years is beyond anything I can really imagine. Her commitment to the volleyball program, to the nursing program, and just her success and contributions to FCA on campus and chapel and religious life on campus. She's really going to be missed, not just by the volleyball program, but by everyone on campus. And we're really excited she is going to go and be a nurse at the University of Iowa. And last but not least, we have Kendra Whitty from Mediapolis, Iowa. I still remember Kendra's visits. I remember all their visits, actually, but I still remember Kendra as a quiet, shy little freshman who blossomed into just one of the most welcoming, open, amazing people that I've had a chance to coach. And she's just contributed so much to this program, and really excited she's going to go be an accountant and have a great professional life and just make tons of people very happy. So thank you, Kendra.
And wrestling.
Just want to congratulate everyone here representing the University of Dubuque and to the title winners, and also we tell our recruits University of Dubuque's ranked #1 in job placement in the state of Iowa, and you guys keep that #1 going. You know, we got Chris Nielsen, who's an All-American, and his job is looking to go intel for the military and then fight human trafficking. So he's going to fight a good cause. And we got Michael Mutton. I think him and Chris were fighting for 4.0 GPAs quite a bit. Both these guys, we talk to our guys a lot about graduating here with academic honors. And obviously they've done that with a cumulative 3.2 GPA, but these guys behind them too always had a 3.2 GPA at some point in their career and, you know, being a success. So Logan Sears, our other senior, he's already got an internship with Cottingham Butler. He kind of had his own business started here selling clothing and apparel. I think he had about 60,000 in sales while he was in college. Very successful. And he's going to plan to come back one more year or so. And then Yvonne Yarbrough, senior for us. He actually came into campus on weight, saying, I'm 125, where's the scale? But he didn't realize you don't have to make weight the first day of school. But he was ready, always ready. Hard battler, tough, all four tough guys, and great academically. Helped our program to 3 years of top 20 finishes, and now we've been recognized as a good team nationally. These young guys can take it up to the elite level, but class act, this group of guys, and definitely gonna miss them. And they're always part of the Spartan Nation. So once a Spartan, always a Spartan. Good luck to all the Spartans.
Before we get into our final video, I'd like to, before we get into our final video, I'd like to invite Dr. Bullock up to stage and finish with our closing. After the video is done playing, you'll be able to exit and enjoy the reception out in the AY lobby.
Well, it's really been a privilege to be able to watch all of you be a part of this celebration this evening. I appreciated what Coach Runkle had to say earlier about all that went into this year, and a number of the coaches, how they expressed that same thing. One of the really unusual things, and there have been some silver linings in this year, one of the most interesting to me, and one I want you to, if you have a chance, to express your gratitude for. Over the course of this year, I mean, it's no secret that we are rivals with Loras College, right? I mean, that's not a secret. What is interesting, though, is I really do believe that one of the reasons we were able to have an opportunity to compete at all is because of the friendship that President Collins and I are privileged to share together. We're both very, very competitive people. But we believed early on that it was incredibly important that so long as we could do this safely, that it was important for our students to have an opportunity to compete, whatever that meant. And Coach Runkle did not kind of underplay it. There were many, many of these meetings where we just didn't think that was going to happen, but we were joined at the hip. We believed in our young people. We believed in our coaches and our trainers. And we knew and believed that the virus was far less deadly than the downstream effects of a lack of social interaction, particularly for your brain development as young people. So this was a year of silver linings. The other silver lining for me, and I experienced this the very first, I believe it was women's basketball game that I was able to attend, and the various other events throughout the course of the year. I don't know if you noticed it, but I noticed it, and I think a lot of people did. Just the pure joy of competition. I mean, I got to be honest, there's been times in the past years where I'm kind of looking out at everybody, and I know you're all competitive. I'm like, is anybody having any fun here? This year, that was really apparent. And I think what happened is you all realized, and it's a grind, college athletics is a grind. But I think you all realize that it's also an enormous privilege to be able to compete and to have teammates and to experience the joy of competition and camaraderie and all that comes with it. That joy is something you're going to have with you all of your lives. And those friendships that you've made, I trust and pray will be part of your shared experience for all your lives. And finally, I think the most important lesson this year is, I think, one of the most important lessons that any of us can learn. I'm going to give you a secret here. One of the things that most employers are looking for in whatever your vocation, you know, we all expect people to be able to do the work intellectually. We all expect people to be good coworkers. But the thing that separates good coworkers from great coworkers is persistence, it's tenacity, is learning how to pick yourself up when you've been knocked down. Doesn't matter what your career is, you're going to have moments where you're knocked down. One of the great advantages of intercollegiate athletics is it teaches you, every single sport teaches you how to pick yourself up again, how to compete, how to do so with joy and purpose and tenacity. Lead with that on your resumes. That'll set you apart, and that'll help you throughout the course of your life. So it's really been a privilege to watch all of you, to serve as your president. I'm proud of each and every one of you. I'm grateful for all of our coaches, for our trainers, for our athletic administrators, for everybody that's helped make this possible. I only had one of those tests with the COVID test where the thing goes up out of your ear and up over your head, and it drove me. I'm still on the ceiling from that one. So I don't know how you did it as often as you did. I'm just glad you did. I'm proud of you. This will be a time of your life that you'll never forget. So thank you. God bless you. We're going to have a great graduation for those of you who are walking, and thank you for this evening.
Once upon a younger year, when all our shadows disappeared, the animals inside came out to play. Went face to face with all our fears, learned our lessons through the tears, made memories we knew would never fade. One day my father, he told me, son, don't let it slip away. He took me in his arms, I heard him say, when you get older, your wild heart will live for younger days. Think of me if ever you're afraid. He said one day you'll leave this world behind, so live a life you will remember. My father told me when I was just a child, these are the nights that never die. My father told me. to those shining stars. He said go venture far beyond the shores. Don't forsake this life of yours. I'll guide you home no matter where you are. One day my father, he told me, son, don't let it slip away. When I was just a kid, I heard him say, when you get older, your wild heart will live for younger days. Think of me if ever you're afraid. He said one day you'll leave this world behind, so live a life you will remember. My father told me when I was just a child, these are the nights that never die. My father told me. These are the nights that never die. My father told me.
Kane is in the building.
Already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on. Alright, already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on. Have you ever had the feeling that you was being had? Don't that shit that make you mad? They treat you like a slave, put chains all on your soul and put whips up on your back. They be lying through they teeth, hope you slip up off your path. I don't switch up, I just laugh, put my kicks up on they desk, unaffected by they threats. Then get busy on they. See, that's how that Chi-Town made me. That's how my daddy raised me. That glittering may not be gold, don't let nobody play me. If you are my homeboy, you never have to pay me. Go on and put your hands up. When times is hard, you stand up. LUP the man, cause a brand that the fans trust. So even if they ban us, they'll never slow my plans up. Already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on. Alright, already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on. One in the air for the people ain't here. Two in the air for the father that's there. Three in the air for the kids in the ghetto. Four for the kids that don't wanna be there. None for the trying to hold him back. Five in the air for the teacher not scared to tell those kids that's living in the ghetto that the holding back that the world is theirs. Yeah, yeah, the world is yours. I was once that little boy, terrified of the world. Now I'm on a world tour. I will give up everything, even start a world war for these ghetto girls and boys. I'm rapping around the world for Africa to New York, Haiti then I detour, Oakland out to Auckland, Gaza Strip to Detroit. Say hip hop only destroy. Tell them look at me, boy. I hope your son don't have a and never be a D-boy. Already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on. See, that's how that Chi-Town made me. That's how my daddy raised me. That glittering may not be gold, don't let nobody play me. If you are my homeboy, you'll never have to pay me. Go on and put your hands up. When times is hard, you stand up. LUP the man, cause a brand that the fans trust. So even if they ban us, they'll never slow my plans up. Already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on. Alright, already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on. 1 in the air for the people ain't here. 2 in the air for the father that's there. 3 in the air for the kids in the ghetto. 4 for the kids that don't wanna be there. None for the trying to hold them back. 5 in the air for the teacher not scared to tell those kids that's living in the ghetto that the holding back, that the world is theirs. Yeah, the world is yours. I was once that little boy, terrified of the world. Now I'm on a world tour. I will give up everything, even start a world war for these ghetto girls and boys I'm rapping around the world for. Africa to New York, Haiti then I detour, Oakland out to Oakland, Gaza Strip to Detroit. Say hip hop only destroy. Tell them look at me, boy. I hope your son don't have a and never be a D-boy. Already the show goes on all night till the morning. We dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up. Show goes on all right. Already the show goes on all night till the morning. We dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up. So no matter what you've been through, no matter what you into, no matter what you see, when you look outside your window, brown grass or green grass, picket fence or barbed wire, never ever put them down. You just lift your arms higher, raise them till your arms tired. Let them know you there, that you struggling, surviving, that you gon' persevere. Yeah, ain't nobody leaving, nobody going home. Even if they turn the lights out, the show is going on. Alright, already the show. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up. Show goes on all right. Already the show goes on all night till the morning. We dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up. Show goes on. Got the gas, I got the matches. We gonna turn this town to ashes, 'cause they ain't never seen nothing like us. I ain't heard loud till we turn it up. I got the wild, you got the crazy. You know that's why I love you, baby, 'cause your motor runs just as fast as mine. Pedal to the metal, keep the throttle down all night.